Part 1. The soul's mysterious journey after death. We often wonder, what truly happens to the soul after someone passes away? This is one of the deepest, most emotional mysteries that has fascinated humanity for thousands of years. Across cultures, generations, and religions, people have asked the same haunting question. Where does the soul go? Is death really the end, or is it just the beginning of something far greater? In today's video, we will gently explore this profound topic, the journey of the soul when it leaves the body. Where does it go? Why do some souls seem to remain on earth, wandering as if lost? Why can certain souls not move forward toward the light? These are not just philosophical questions. They touch our deepest fears, our hopes, and the way we understand life itself. Death, with all its mystery and unpredictability, always leaves us with more questions than answers. But while no one can fully solve this puzzle, ancient teachings, spiritual experiences, and powerful life stories can give us glimpses into what truly happens when the silver thread, the connection between the body and the soul, is finally broken. Most souls, they say, gently move into another realm, a peaceful dimension where they find rest, freedom, and healing. But not all souls can move on so easily. Some remain tethered to the earth, caught in emotional struggles, unfinished stories, deep regrets, or even fear of the unknown. Why does this happen? How can we recognize these lost souls? And most importantly, can we help them find peace? In this video, we will journey through these questions. We will explore the souls who stay close to us, how they interact with our world, send us signs, or even offer us comfort when we least expect it. Most of all, we will discover something beautiful. Death is not the end. It is simply another step in the eternal journey of the soul. When we understand this, we can face life, and even loss, with more peace, with greater courage, and with a heart wide open to the possibility that love never really dies. Let's begin this journey together. Part 2. What happens when the soul leaves the body? When a person dies, something extraordinary happens beyond what our eyes can see. The physical body stops working. The heart beats its last. The breath fades. But the soul, the true essence of who we are, does not disappear. In that sacred moment, something called the breaking of the silver thread occurs. The silver thread is believed to be the invisible connection between our body and our soul throughout our life. It is the bridge between the physical and the spiritual. And when life ends, this thread gently snaps. When the silver thread breaks, the soul separates from the body and begins its journey to another realm, a place far removed from the material world we know. For many souls, this transition is peaceful and immediate. As soon as the body breathes its final breath, the soul is drawn toward the light. Earthly attachments fade. Worries dissolve. The soul leaves behind the weight of this world and enters a new dimension, a realm of peace, rest, and harmony. This new home is often called the soul's dwelling place, a place where souls continue to grow, to heal, and even to guide others. There, the soul is free from physical pain, free from time, and free to exist in its truest form. But not every soul finds this path so easily. Some souls do not move on right away. They stay behind. They linger. Why? Because sometimes a soul is still bound to the life it left. Maybe by unfinished relationships. Maybe by deep emotions. Maybe by unresolved guilt. Maybe even by fear. Fear of the unknown. Fear of what comes next. There are also souls who simply don't realize they have passed. They remain near us, moving through familiar places, unaware that their earthly journey has ended. Some are confused. Some are searching. Some are waiting. And yet, time, at least the time we understand, no longer exists for them. What feels like years to us may pass like moments for them. Their perception of time has shifted. Each soul's journey is unique. Some move on quickly. Others remain for reasons that are deeply personal. But no matter how long they stay, every soul is ultimately drawn toward one truth. The journey does not end here. The soul longs to return home, to the light, to peace, to God. Still, the souls that linger need help. They need guidance. They need compassion. And in the next part, we will explore why some souls stay, how they reveal themselves, and how we can help them continue their journey. Part 3. The 3 types of souls that remain on earth. Not all souls can immediately pass into the light. Some remain on the earthly plane, each for different reasons, each with a story to tell. Let's explore the 3 main categories of souls that can stay behind after death. Wandering souls. Souls who remain for their loved ones. Lost souls. 1. Wandering souls. Wandering souls are those who cannot find their way to the light on their own. They may be tied to places, events, or people because of unresolved emotions, unfinished business, or deep regrets. Some may feel guilt for mistakes they made in life. Others may have loved so intensely that they struggle to let go. Often, these souls stay near their homes, their families, or locations where significant life events happened. They are not evil spirits. They are simply souls who are stuck, unaware of how to move forward. Many wandering souls don't even realize they have died. They go about their routines, feeling confused about why things have changed around them. They need help to recognize their new reality and to find peace. In such cases, spiritual guides, prayers, or even mediums can offer the guidance these souls need to complete their journey. When a wandering soul is shown the way to the light, they can finally release the burdens that bind them and step into the freedom and rest they have been searching for. 2. Souls who stay for their loved ones. Some souls choose to remain, not because they are trapped, but because of love. These are the souls who cannot bear to leave their families in pain. They stay to offer protection, comfort, and guidance to those they've left behind. You may feel their presence during difficult decisions, moments of sadness, or when you need strength. They are not wandering aimlessly. They know where the light is, but they choose to stay a little longer to watch over you. These souls often appear in moments of deep grief, sending signs, dreams, or subtle feelings that say, "I am still with you. I have not abandoned you." Over time, when their loved ones have found healing and peace, these souls gently return to the light, knowing their mission is complete. They leave behind a legacy of love, protection, and unseen support. 3. Lost souls. Lost souls are held back by fear, guilt, or anger. They are often overwhelmed by negative emotions, believing they are not worthy of peace or forgiveness. Some are afraid to face judgment for past mistakes. Others are so filled with shame that they hide from the very light that is calling them home. These souls are not malicious. They are hurting. They need compassion, patience, and sometimes spiritual intervention to release their fears and understand that they are not condemned. Many of them seek the help of spiritual guides or compassionate people who can pray for them, offer light, or help them let go of the emotional chains that bind them. Over time, even lost souls can find their way. Because no soul is beyond redemption. No soul is forgotten. Each soul's journey is different. Whether wandering, watching, or lost, every soul longs for peace. And with the right help, all souls can eventually find the light. In the next part, we will explore how these souls often try to reach out to us, through signs, feelings, dreams, and even the smallest coincidences. Sometimes, they are closer than we realize. Part 4. Signs that souls are still near us. Even after someone passes away, their soul often finds ways to stay close. Quietly, gently, and sometimes unmistakably. Many people have reported strange, beautiful, or comforting signs that made them feel their loved ones were still nearby. Let's explore some of the most common ways souls can send us signals. 1. The feeling of a presence. Have you ever suddenly felt like someone was next to you, even when you were completely alone? This is one of the most frequent signs that a soul is near. It could be a warmth, a chill, or even a soft touch on your skin. Some people describe it as a gentle pressure on the shoulder or a light breeze that seems to come from nowhere. In these moments, many say they feel an emotional connection, like their loved one is standing right beside them, silently offering comfort. 2. Familiar scents. Souls often communicate through smells, because scents are deeply tied to memory. Some people have suddenly noticed the fragrance of a loved one's perfume, the smell of flowers, or the aroma of their favorite food. These scents often appear out of nowhere and disappear just as quickly, leaving behind a feeling of warmth, love, and connection. When this happens, it's as if the soul is gently saying, "I'm here. I haven't left you." 3. Objects that suddenly appear. Sometimes, you might find objects related to your loved one in unexpected places. It could be an old photograph, a letter, or a personal item that shows up just when you need to remember them. These objects often appear in places you would never expect, almost as if they were placed there on purpose. Souls may use these moments to bring back memories, to offer comfort, or to remind you that they are watching over you. 4. Messages through dreams. One of the most powerful ways souls communicate is through dreams. People often describe these dreams as vivid, peaceful, and filled with a deep emotional presence. Unlike normal dreams, these feel real. They stay with you long after you wake up, and they often bring a sense of calm, reassurance, or even important messages. Sometimes it's a simple smile. Other times, it's advice, a warning, or a final goodbye. Souls use dreams to reach us because it's a time when our hearts are open and our spirits are most sensitive. 5. Coincidences and perfect timing. Souls also send signs through unexpected coincidences. Maybe you hear their favorite song playing when you're thinking about them. Maybe someone speaks words that perfectly answer a question in your heart. Maybe a random encounter suddenly fills you with peace. These small but powerful moments are often messages from the other side, gentle reminders that you are not alone. 6. Physical signs in the environment. Some people report unexplained changes in temperature, lights flickering, or objects moving slightly when no one is around. It could be a sudden cool breeze, a door softly closing, or a light that turns on and off by itself. These can feel mysterious, but they are often simple ways for souls to let us know they are near. 7. Electronic malfunctions. Have you ever noticed your phone, computer, or TV suddenly acting strangely? Devices that randomly turn on unusual static sounds, or music that plays without being touched. Many people believe these can be spiritual signals. Souls may use the energy of electronics to get our attention, especially when we are too distracted to notice more subtle signs. These signals are often gentle and easy to miss if we are not paying attention. But when we open our hearts, when we become more sensitive to these moments, they can become powerful sources of comfort, connection, and healing. Souls may have left their physical bodies, but their presence, their love, and their messages can still surround us in beautiful, quiet ways. Part 5. The continuing journey of the soul after death. Death may seem like an ending, but for the soul, it's simply a transition, a passage into another stage of existence. The body may return to the earth, but the soul continues on a journey that's both personal and sacred. Let's explore what happens to the soul after it leaves the physical world. 1. The soul's next step. The home of light. For many souls, the transition is smooth and peaceful. As soon as the body takes its last breath, the soul rises into another realm, a place often called the home of the soul, the light, or the eternal rest. This is not a place of sadness. It is a realm of peace where pain, suffering, and physical limitations no longer exist. Here, souls continue to grow, to learn, and to connect with others in ways that go beyond what we can imagine. Some believe souls in this realm can even choose to help other souls, to become guides to those still on earth, offering invisible support and wisdom. 2. When souls need more time. But not all souls cross over immediately. Some need time. Some are held back by unfinished business, deep emotions, or fears that keep them tied to this world. These souls may hesitate to step into the unknown. They may worry about their loved ones. They may feel unworthy of peace because of guilt or regret. Others simply don't realize they have passed on. They continue to live as though they are still part of our physical world. For these souls, the journey takes longer. They require understanding, patience, and sometimes help from spiritual guides or mediums who can assist them in letting go and moving forward. 3. The absence of time in the afterlife. It's important to understand that the soul experiences time differently from us. For us, days, weeks, and years pass in a straight line. But for the soul, there is no clock, no calendar. There is only the now. So what feels like years to us may feel like a brief moment to the soul. This is why some souls can remain near us for what seems like a long time, but from their perspective, they are simply pausing on their path. For each soul's journey is unique. The journey after death is deeply personal. It depends on many things: the soul's spiritual maturity, the life they lived, the attachments they formed, the level of inner peace they achieved. Some souls quickly rise into the light, while others may linger, held back by pain, unresolved emotions, or strong earthly ties. But no matter how long it takes, every soul is destined to find peace. The journey may vary, but the destination remains the same: to move forward, to release burdens, and to return to the source of all life. 5. The help of guides and loved ones. Sometimes, souls need a helping hand to find their way. Spiritual guides, angels, or even the prayers of the living can play a vital role in encouraging a soul to step into the light. Family members who have passed on before may also reach out, offering comfort and leading the way home. Even those still living can assist by sending love, offering prayers, or simply speaking words of release. It's okay to go. I'll be all right. You can find your peace. Such messages can help a soul let go and move toward the harmony waiting for them. The journey of the soul after death is not a road to fear. It's a path of transformation, healing, and reunion with eternal love. When we understand this, death becomes less terrifying and more like a homecoming. We realize that while we may grieve, we can also celebrate that our loved ones continue to exist, to grow, and to love us from a higher place. Part 6. Signs that souls are still with us. Even after someone we love has passed away, many people report feeling their presence in special ways. It's as if the bond we share with them doesn't break. It simply changes form. Souls may leave their physical bodies, but their love and connection often find ways to reach us. Let's explore some of the most common signs that a soul is still near, gently reminding us, you are not alone. 1. The feeling of presence. One of the most frequent signs is a sudden, deep sense that someone is near you. You might be sitting quietly and feel a warm breeze, a light touch, or simply a strong sense that someone you love is standing close, even though no one is physically there. People often describe this as a peaceful moment, where their heart feels comforted and their mind feels calm. It's as if the soul is saying, I'm here. I'm watching over you. 2. Familiar sense. Souls often use smells to remind us of their presence. You might suddenly catch the scent of your loved one's favorite perfume, the smell of flowers they use to love, or even the familiar aroma of food they often made. These scents appear without warning and disappear just as quickly, leaving behind a comforting sense of connection. It's a soft but powerful way for souls to say, I am still with you. I remember you. Remember me. 3. Finding personal objects. Another sign is the unexpected discovery of objects related to the person who has passed away. It could be an old letter, a photograph, or a small keepsake appearing in a place where you would not normally find it. Sometimes, it may seem like coincidence, but it often feels too perfect, too personal, to be random. These moments feel like a gentle nudge from the soul, a reminder to share memories and their continuing presence. 4. Messages and dreams. Souls frequently visit us in dreams. These are not ordinary dreams. They feel vivid, real, and emotionally powerful. In these dreams, the soul may appear to speak to you, comfort you, or simply spend a moment with you. Many people wake from these dreams feeling peaceful, as if they've just had a real conversation with their loved one. It's as if the soul crossed a veil for just a moment to say, I love you. I'm okay. You'll be okay too. 5. Meaningful coincidences. Souls often communicate through synchronicities, those small, meaningful coincidences that seem too perfect to ignore. Maybe you hear their favorite song at the perfect time. Maybe someone says exactly the words you needed to hear. Or perhaps you notice symbols that always reminded you of them. These signs may seem simple, but they can carry deep emotional weight. It's the soul's way of letting you know, I'm watching over you. I haven't gone far. 6. Environmental changes. Sometimes, souls interact with the physical world in subtle ways. People often report sudden temperature shifts, a cool breeze, or a warm presence in an otherwise still room. Some notice objects moving slightly or lights flickering without explanation. These gentle physical cues can be a soul's way of saying, I'm here. I'm with you. 7. Electronic disturbances. Souls may also use technology to capture our attention. Some people experience strange phone calls, radios turning on by themselves, or other unexplained malfunctions in electronic devices. These moments, though rare, are often meaningful and tend to happen when we're thinking about our loved ones or going through an emotionally significant time. It's as if the soul is using the tools available to them to say, I'm near, I still care. These signs may be soft whispers or undeniable moments, but either way, they remind us that love never dies. Our connection to those who have passed is not broken by distance or time. It simply changes shape. When we remain open and attentive, we may find that our loved ones are still speaking to us, still loving us, through the beauty of these sacred signs. Part 7. Each soul's journey to final peace. Every soul is unique. And just like in life, each soul has its own journey after death. Some souls transition quickly into the light, while others may stay on earth for a longer time, seeking closure, resolving unfinished emotions, or simply watching over their loved ones. Let's take a closer look at how different souls move forward, and why their journeys may not all look the same. 1. Immediate transition. Souls that move quickly into the light. For many, the transition is peaceful and swift. When a person dies, their soul often immediately feels drawn to the light, a place of peace, comfort, and unconditional love. These souls let go of earthly attachments easily. They have either completed their life's mission or are ready to move forward. Their journey to the next realm is smooth, and they continue to grow, learn, and support others from the spiritual plane. These souls often become spiritual guides or protectors for their families, offering subtle signs of their presence from beyond. 2. Souls that take time. Not all souls move so quickly. Some souls need more time to detach from the physical world. This could be because of unfinished business, strong emotional ties to loved ones, feelings of guilt or regret, fear of what lies beyond. These souls often linger, searching for peace, try to resolve emotional conflicts, or waiting to feel ready to leave. The time a soul remains connected to the earth is not measured like our human clocks. In the spiritual realm, time flows differently. What feels like years to us might feel like just moments to them. But no soul is ever truly lost. Each one will eventually find its way home. 3. The role of mediums and spiritual guides. Some souls need help to make their transition. This is where mediums, spiritual guides, or compassionate loved ones can step in. Through prayer, rituals, or simple words of comfort, we can help guide these souls toward peace. Sometimes, just acknowledging their presence or gently encouraging them to move toward the light can bring tremendous healing. Mediums who are trained to connect with the spirit world often help wandering souls find their way, offering the clarity and comfort they need to continue their journey. For each soul's path is sacred. No matter how long it takes, every soul is on a sacred journey toward peace. Some may travel quickly. Some may linger out of love or fear. Some may need to resolve past wounds or find forgiveness. But in the end, every soul finds its way to the light. This truth reminds us to be patient, compassionate, and open, both with those who have passed and with ourselves as we grieve and heal. Their journeys continue, and so does ours. Part 8. Sign from the spirit world. How souls communicate with us. Even after a loved one has passed, their soul often finds ways to stay close to us. They send signs, small, subtle, but powerful, that remind us they are still here. These signs are not random. They are messages from the other side, expressions of love, comfort, and sometimes even guidance. Let's explore some of the most common ways that souls reach out to us. 1. Feeling their presence. One of the clearest signs is a simple, unexplainable feeling that someone is near. You may feel a warm energy next to you, a sudden breeze indoors, the sensation of a gentle touch when no one is around. In these moments, you may also experience a wave of peace or love, a spiritual hug from someone who is no longer physically present. Many people describe feeling calm, protected, and emotionally connected when this happens. 2. Unexplained scents. Another powerful sign is a sudden appearance of familiar scent, one that's strongly connected to the person who passed. It could be their favorite perfume, the smell of flowers, the scent of a particular food they loved. These fragrances often appear suddenly, without explanation, and disappear just as quickly. It's as if the soul is gently saying, "I'm here with you." 3. Finding special objects. Souls can also move objects or help you discover things that remind you of them. You may come across a photo, a letter, or an old personal item you thought was long gone. Their favorite book appearing unexpectedly. Small objects like feathers, coins, or meaningful trinkets placed in your path. These small discoveries often happen in perfect moments, just when you need encouragement or comfort. They are reminders that your loved one is still watching over you. 4. Visits through dreams. Perhaps one of the most beautiful signs is a dream visitation. These dreams feel different from normal ones. You may remember vivid conversations, powerful emotions, a lingering sense of peace after you wake up. In these dreams, souls often appear healthy, happy, and full of light. They may offer comfort, guidance, or simply a reminder that they are still with you. These dreams are not just creations of the mind. They are often considered true spiritual encounters. Part 9. Unusual coincidences, strange malfunctions, and special moments. More ways souls communicate. Souls don't always speak through words. Sometimes, they communicate through life's strange coincidences and technical glitches that seem to come from nowhere. These subtle, yet powerful moments are not accidents. They may be signs that your loved ones are still near, still watching, and still caring. Let's explore some of these extraordinary ways souls make their presence known. 1. Meaningful coincidences and perfect timing. You might hear your loved one's favorite song just when you're thinking of them. Encounter someone who shares their name or birthday on an important day. Stumble upon a phrase or symbol that was special to them, exactly when you need it most. These synchronicities often bring deep emotional comfort. It's as if the universe itself is gently reminding you they're still with you. 2. Electrical malfunctions and device glitches. Souls can also interact with the energy around us, especially through technology. People have reported lights flickering without reason, phones turning on or off by themselves, radios, TVs, or computers suddenly starting or stopping unexpectedly. Strange, unexplained static or noises. These events may seem random, but when they happen in meaningful moments, they can be powerful signals from the spiritual realm, especially when combined with other signs. These occurrences can be deeply personal messages from your loved one. 3. Sudden changes in the environment. Souls may also affect the space around you. You might experience sudden shifts in temperature, a cold breeze or warm air in a still room. Objects moving slightly without explanation. A peaceful or comforting energy filling the room. These environmental changes often happen during times of grief, reflection, or when you're missing someone deeply. It's their way of saying, I'm here, you're not alone. 4. Feeling a deep, unexplainable peace. Sometimes, without any specific sign, you might feel an overwhelming calmness settle over you. This peace can feel like a loving spiritual embrace, a moment where fear, sadness, and confusion seem to melt away. In these moments, souls may simply be wrapping you in comfort, reminding you that they are near, that love remains, and that you are deeply cared for. Part 10. Why some souls stay close and how they continue to support us. Even after physical death, some souls choose to remain close to those they love. But why do they stay? And how do they continue to support us from beyond? Let's explore these beautiful reasons and how their loving presence still shapes our lives. 1. They stay to comfort and protect us. Many souls remain near to comfort us through grief, provide emotional support during life's hardest seasons, offer unseen protection when we face danger or uncertainty. Sometimes their presence is quiet, just a peaceful energy or a calming moment when we need it most. Other times, they may intervene, guiding us away from harmful choices or leading us towards people and opportunities that will bless us. 2. They stay to complete unfinished love. Souls often stay when there are unspoken words, unfinished stories, or promises made out of love. They might stay to see their children grow, guide their spouse through life's journey, witness the fulfillment of a dream they once shared with you. Love is the most powerful force in the universe, and sometimes it keeps souls nearby, not trapped, but intentionally close until their loved ones are ready to move forward with peace. 3. They stay as guides and protectors. Some souls transition to the light, but are permitted to return occasionally as spiritual guides. They may not always make their presence known, but they influence our decisions, nudge us toward the right path, and even act as silent guardians in times of trouble. This type of support is often felt as sudden clarity when making a tough decision, unexpected peace in dangerous moments, a feeling of being lovingly watched over, especially during life's crossroads. These souls carry out their mission of protection until they feel their loved ones are strong enough to carry on without them. 4. They stay to fulfill their soul's purpose. Sometimes a soul has unfinished spiritual work, not just for themselves, but for the family, the community, or even generations to come. They may stay to heal family lines, inspire forgiveness and reconciliation, guide future generations toward a life of greater love and purpose. These souls leave a legacy of healing that extends beyond their physical life. Their continued presence is part of a much larger, divine plan, one that reaches beyond what we can fully understand. Part 11. Souls always find ways to send us signs. One of the most comforting truths about the afterlife is this. Souls always find a way to send us signs. Even if we don't always notice, they continue to reach out, gently, persistently, reminding us that they are near. Let's explore some of the most common ways these beautiful souls still communicate with us. 1. Feeling their presence. Have you ever felt like someone was in a room with you, even though you were alone? A sudden warmth, a gentle breeze indoors, a sense of calm that fills your heart unexpectedly. These are often ways souls make their presence known. They don't speak in words, but their energy surrounds us in moments we need comfort the most. 2. Familiar sense. Souls often send signs through familiar, unexpected scents. The smell of your mother's favorite perfume, the aroma of your father's favorite dish, the scent of flowers tied to beautiful memories. These scents may appear suddenly, lingering briefly as a reminder, I am with you. 3. Dreams that feel real. Souls frequently visit us in vivid, peaceful dreams. These dreams are not like ordinary ones. They often leave you with a strong emotional connection, a message that brings peace or guidance, a lingering sense of having really seen or hugged them. Many believe these are not just dreams, but spiritual visits where souls offer comfort, wisdom, or simply remind us of their enduring love. 4. Signs through music, numbers, and synchronicities. Souls often use patterns, synchronicities, and music to speak to us. A favorite song playing at the perfect time. Repeated numbers like 1111, 222, or birth dates. Coincidences so meaningful, they feel like divine appointments. These are not accidents. They are subtle spiritual signals. When they happen, pause. Pay attention. It may be a soul reminding you, I am near. 5. Objects that appear unexpectedly. Souls sometimes guide us to find special objects in surprising places. old letters, photos, or personal items suddenly resurfacing. Objects connected to cherished memories showing up unexpectedly. These moments are their way of saying, "Remember me? I never really left." 6. Environmental shifts and technology glitches. Souls may also manifest through changes in our environment. Sudden changes in room temperature, lights flickering without explanation, electronic devices acting strangely. While some dismiss these as random occurrences, many see them as energetic signs that a soul is near. Souls never truly leave us, whether through feelings, sense, dreams, synchronicities, or environmental changes. They always find a way to remind us, "You are not alone. I am still with you." Part 12. The importance of being open to spiritual signs. It's one thing for souls to send us signs, but it's another thing for us to notice them. Many signs are gentle, subtle, easy to overlook when we're caught up in life's busyness. That's why being open and attentive is so important. 1. Signs often whisper, not shout. The signs from souls rarely come as loud, undeniable events. More often, they arrive as a soft breeze, a meaningful coincidence, a dream that lingers, a gentle memory stirred at the perfect time. If we aren't paying attention, we might miss them. 2. Being spiritually receptive. When we quiet our hearts and open our spirits, we begin to notice the divine fingerprints in everyday life. Pay attention to repeated patterns. Listen to the quiet nudges in your heart. Trust when something feels more than coincidence. Souls don't need to prove themselves to us. They simply desire to comfort, to guide, and to remind us of their love. 3. Signs can be tailored just for you. Each soul knows how to reach their loved ones. Some may send butterflies, feathers, or birds. Others may use music, scents, or vivid memories. For some, it's a simple, quiet reassurance that appears in the perfect moment. Their signs are personal, unique, intentional. 4. Choosing to believe. Sometimes we hesitate to believe in these signs because we fear it's just our imagination. We worry others won't understand. We question if it's too good to be true. But here's the truth. Belief unlocks the door to comfort. When we choose to believe, we allow our hearts to heal and our souls to feel the beautiful connection that never truly breaks. 5. A heart posture gratitude. When you receive a sign, whether big or small, pause and express gratitude. Whisper thank you. Cherish the moment. Hold on to the comfort it brings. Acknowledging these signs strengthens your spiritual connection and helps you remain open to receiving more. Souls continue to love us, to guide us, and to walk with us in ways that transcend what we can see. When we choose to slow down, to believe, and to remain attentive, we begin to live in a world where love speaks even beyond the veil of this life. Part 13. The unique journey of each soul after death. Every soul's path after death is profoundly personal. There is no single route, no fixed timeline, no universal experience. Each journey is shaped by the soul's emotional state, the level of spiritual maturity, the attachments and unfinished business left behind. Let's explore this deeply personal and often mysterious process. 1. Some souls transition instantly. For some, as soon as the body takes its final breath, the soul quickly finds its way to the light. They may have lived lives of peace, resolution, and spiritual awareness. Their hearts were prepared. They let go easily, embracing the next phase with calmness. For these souls, the transition is smooth, peaceful, and immediate. 2. Some souls need more time. Other souls remain attached to the earthly realm for a while. Some linger to resolve unfinished emotional ties. Others stay due to guilt, regret, or fear of what lies beyond. Some may not even realize they've passed and continue their routines unknowingly. These souls require gentle guidance to help them move forward. 3. The role of time, a different perspective. In the spiritual dimension, time is not linear like it is for us. A moment can feel like years. Years can pass like a blink. When we say a soul lingers, it may feel long to us, but to the soul, it might not feel like any time at all. This is why we can't rush or measure their journey by human standards. 4. Every journey leads to peace. Regardless of how quickly or slowly a soul moves through its process, all souls eventually find peace. Some take the direct path. Some wander first. Some return to offer comfort before moving on. But the destination is always the same. A return to light. A return to love. A return to the Creator. 5. Our role as the living. As the ones still on the side of the journey, we can pray for the souls in transition. We can release them with love and gratitude. We can open our hearts to the signs they send. Our support matters. Our compassion helps them feel safe to move toward their next step. When we honor their journey, we participate in their peace. Every soul's path is sacred. Each one unfolds at its own rhythm, its own pace, guided by divine love. When we embrace this truth, we learn patience, we grow in understanding, and we find comfort in knowing there is no wrong timeline in eternity. Part 14. How souls communicate with the living through signs. Even after their physical departure, souls often find ways to communicate with us. They may not speak in words, but their presence lingers in subtle yet powerful ways. Let's explore the common signs that souls use to reach us. 1. Feeling a sudden presence. One of the most reported signs is the sudden sense that someone is near. You may feel a light touch on your shoulder. You may sense someone sitting beside you. You may feel an unexplainable warmth or chill. In these moments, it's as if their soul is whispering, "I'm here." This presence often brings peace, not fear. 2. Smelling familiar scents. Souls often use unique scents tied to their memory. The sudden fragrance of their favorite perfume, the smell of flowers, cigars, or a special dish they loved. Aromas that appear briefly and then vanish. These scents are a tender reminder that their essence is still with you. 3. Discovering objects they loved. Souls may guide us to find meaningful objects unexpectedly. A photo appears when you weren't searching. An old letter falls from a book. A keepsake shows up in a surprising place. It's as if the soul is gently saying, "Remember me. Remember our moments." 4. Appearing in dreams. One of the most powerful ways souls communicate is through dreams. These dreams often feel more vivid than ordinary ones. You may wake with a deep sense of comfort or clarity. The soul may offer words of reassurance or simply share peaceful silence. These encounters can feel so real, they leave a lasting emotional imprint. 5. Synchronicities and meaningful coincidences. Souls love to use divine timing to get our attention. Hearing their favorite song at just the right moment. Seeing their birth date or name repeatedly. Encountering unexpected symbols linked to them. These synchronicities aren't random. They are carefully woven messages from the spiritual realm. 6. Environmental changes. Souls sometimes shift the energy around us. Lights flicker without explanation. A sudden change in temperature. Objects moving slightly on their own. While science may not always explain these events, your heart often knows someone is near. 7. Electronic disturbances. Souls occasionally use technology to get our attention. Phones ringing without caller IDs. Radios changing stations. Electronic devices behaving strangely. It's as if they're using the tools available to them to whisper, "I haven't gone far." A loving reminder. The signs may be small, but their impact is deep. Souls communicate to offer comfort, to remind us that love never dies, and to encourage us to continue living fully. If you open your heart, you might start noticing these signs more often. They are all around you, soft, patient, waiting to be felt. Part 15. Special moments through dreams and spiritual phenomena. Sometimes, souls reach out to us in ways so profound, they stop us in our tracks. Among these, dreams and spiritual phenomena are some of the most intimate channels. Let's explore these powerful moments when the veil between worlds seems the thinnest. 1. Dreams that feel more than dreams. Not all dreams are just dreams. When a soul visits you, the dream often feels vivid, warm, and real. You may experience deep conversations, loving embraces, or simply their presence. The emotions linger long after you wake up, bringing peace, tears, or a powerful sense of connection. These dreams often come when we need comfort the most, in grief, in confusion, or when seeking guidance. Many believe that in these sacred moments, the soul truly visits. 2. Receiving messages in dreams. Sometimes, the soul's message is crystal clear. Words of reassurance like, "I'm okay. Keep going." Reminders to let go of guilt or pain. Specific advice or encouragement for life's decisions. Other times, the soul may simply offer silence, a knowing smile, or their calm presence. Their message, "You're not alone." 3. Spiritual phenomena in daily life. Some moments seem too perfectly timed to be coincidence. A favorite flower blooming at a significant anniversary. Birds, butterflies, or animals behaving in unusual ways. A sudden peaceful silence in the middle of a stormy day. These events can feel like soft taps on the shoulder from the spiritual world. It's as if the soul is whispering, "I'm still with you," in ways you can't always see. 4. Intense emotional waves. Without warning, you might feel a wave of love, gratitude, or overwhelming peace. It happens in quiet moments, walking, reading, sitting alone. Suddenly, their memory wraps around you like a warm embrace. You feel deeply connected to them, as if they are standing right next to you. These moments are more than memory. They may be brief spiritual reunions. 5. Dreams that bring healing. Some dreams don't just comfort. They heal. People report waking up with forgiveness in their hearts. Old wounds feel suddenly less heavy. Regrets seem to lose their grip. In these dreams, souls help us release what no longer serves us. They remind us that love is bigger than mistakes, and peace is within reach. An invitation to listen. If you've experienced these moments, you know they stay with you. If you haven't, this is an invitation to become more open, more attentive. Souls communicate in quiet, personal, unmistakable ways. And when they do, they often change us forever. 16. The meaning behind signs and messages from souls. The signs souls leave us are not random. Each one carries deep meaning, love, and purpose. But how should we understand these signs? What are the souls trying to tell us? Let's explore the possible meanings behind these gentle messages. 1. You are not alone. The most common message is simple but powerful. You are not alone. Through dreams, sense, music, or coincidences, the soul reminds you of their presence. They want you to know that even if their physical body is gone, their love remains. Their soul walks with you, especially in your most difficult moments. Sometimes, just knowing this brings profound comfort. 2. Let go of guilt. Souls often reach out to tell us, let go of guilt. If you carry regret about things left unsaid or undone, they want you to release it. They are not trapped in bitterness. They see the bigger picture now. They desire your healing, not your self-punishment. Their message is, forgive yourself. Be at peace. I am at peace. 3. Continue living fully. Souls also encourage us to keep moving forward. They don't want us to remain stuck in grief. They whisper, live, laugh, love, make the most of your life. They remind us that their love is not a chain, it's a blessing. The best way to honor them is to live with joy and purpose. 4. Resolve conflicts and heal relationships. Some signs urge us to heal unfinished business, to forgive those we are estranged from, to make peace with others before it's too late, to love more deeply while we still have time. Souls often push us toward reconciliation because they now understand the value of love and unity more clearly than we do. 5. Spiritual awakening. Sometimes, these signs are a wake-up call to remind us of life's deeper purpose, to call us toward faith, gratitude, and connection with the divine, to remind us that life is precious, temporary, and sacred. Through their messages, souls help us realign our hearts with what truly matters, an ongoing conversation. These signs are not a one-time event. They are part of an ongoing, loving dialogue between your soul and theirs. The more open you become, the more you will notice. You don't have to chase signs. You only need to quiet your heart and be ready to receive them.